Hello, and welcome to Watch Habs Hockey with in Rob's Crazy House. This is my inaugural broadcast, which I will be doing 2.5 hours. So I'm a little. It's like being a rookie in the first game in the NHL. I'm a little nervous, scared, um, and wondering how I'm going to fill 2.5 hours just talking. So if anyone joins in. It would be helpful because then have some way of killing time. So tonight we're looking at Montreal visiting the Toronto Maple Leafs. Um, I have my trusted little cheat sheet here of the lineup. So of note, we have, let's see, Pizzetta is in for Ylonen. And we have Harris, who is replacing Clegg, who I thought had a pretty good game last game. But I assume Martin St. Louis is trying different line combinations. Yeah, speaking of which, we do have a different line combination. You have Anderson joining Hoffman and Evans, and which puts Gallagher on a line with Armia and Dvorak. I actually think Anderson being on a line with Hoffman and Evans might be a good choice, where Anderson is a big guy who likes to go into the corners, dig out the puck. He may be able to create some time and space for Hoffman, who's been having his struggles as of late. As you recall, I don't know if you recall, but if you're a Montreal fan, you probably know. Montreal won against New Jersey 7-4 and have now fallen away from the last place after Arizona failed to win their game a couple days ago. Although, good news was that Seattle won their game, so Montreal currently sits in 31st place. I have been following the Twitter some comments on Twitter that basically I don't really follow the prospects. I figure there are people getting paid a lot more than me to really do a good job on that. But there have been some comments that the top five are basically the same. So as long as you finish in the bottom three, I think you're fine. Um, so if you're talking about the draft, I was looking it up. The draft, the last place team gets a 25% chance to get the first round pick. And the second place team, the second to last team, gets a 12% chance for that first round pick. And the third team gets a 10% chance. So obviously, even if you are the last place team, you still only have a 1 in 4 chance of getting that pick. A big difference this year, though, is teams number 12th to 16th to last place, they will not be able to get the first round pick. The best they can do is move up 10 spots, which means that if the 12th place team is chosen, um, they will only get the second round pick. So if that happens, I don't know what happens if the first round pick is still in play for the second pick. Um, I would be interested to find that out. But anyway, little bit of looking up on the draft that I did before coming to this game. But anyway, so let's talk Montreal and Toronto. The last game, the last two times Montreal played Toronto, I did watch those games. The first one was a while back. It was a 5-2 win by Montreal, where I thought Toronto laid an egg in that game. They So the second game, though, the one after that, the previous one before this one, Toronto played awesome. They had a great game. They just couldn't beat the goalie, which I'm sure is something that stings a little bit for Toronto fans because of last year's playoffs when Montreal was able to scrape out 2 overtime wins in games 5 and 6 and eventually won game 7 to beat them by coming back and winning the last 3 games. The last game was 4-2 Montreal, which I believe included an empty netter. But Toronto had over 50 shots that game. So they literally were all over Montreal that game. So I'm thinking Toronto probably wants a little payback for that game. So I'm guessing they're going to come out quite hard this game, focusing on getting shots on net and digging out for those either getting deflections or digging those rebounds out. Um, More so than trying to make the pretty goal because I just think they want to win this game so bad. It just because if Montreal beats them 3 times in a row, the fans are gonna, the Leaf fans are gonna go nuts, berserk. I've I've never seen such a jaded fan base in my life. they, every time Toronto loses, it seems like they're saying they're never going to go anywhere in the playoffs. I guess when you haven't won a series in a long time, I guess you have the right to be a little jaded. I do think I think the goal is just to get into the playoffs. However you get there, it doesn't really matter. You just got to make the playoffs. If you make the playoffs, anything can happen. I I actually believe that Toronto's might actually have a little success this year because eventually odds have got to change in your favor. So, as a matter of fact, since Montreal's not going to be making the playoffs, I'm going to be a fan of Toronto in this playoffs, just because I think they've had such bad luck that it has to change. Maybe they'll even get into the Stanley Cup Finals. Who knows? Except they got a really they got a big problem with Florida. Florida is probably the team to beat in the East. They look just unbeatable. I'll put it that way. I watched them play a couple times against Montreal, and they just look so strong. You know, awesome offense, pretty good defense, but just the offense, being able to score almost at will is just it is something to watch when you watch those guys play. Just I keep looking up. We're getting close to puck drop here, and this is a game I look forward to. So those who are thinking about the tank for Montreal, as I said before, if the top 5 spots are pretty much the same, all you have to do is finish in the bottom 3 and you're fine. Um, and I was mentioning last game that I wanted Montreal to, it'd be nice if they play well but lose in the end. But thinking about it now, if the bottom 3 does get a draft pick that's pretty similar, then I don't mind it so much. And actually, this is a game I want Montreal to win no matter what because I know it's going to drive the Leaf fans crazy if they win. So definitely want them to win. I'll be cheering for Montreal the whole time. Um, with with Toronto, you have Shalgren and Nets instead of Campbell. So that'll be interesting. The rookie goaltender. Um, this is one on the third line. You have Camp. I actually I don't know a lot about this player. I think everyone else is pretty much as I expect. Muzzin's back. That's good for Toronto. I think it'll help them defensively. So I'm looking forward to a good game. You have Allen and Nets too tonight, which is not a surprise. And people were wondering if would Carey Price play tonight. I actually think, given what happened last game against Toronto, where they got 50 plus shots, I don't think you want Carey Price in his first game back facing 50 shots in a game. So I think it was a good choice to go with Allen. He's a workhorse. He's been holding up Montreal all year. So Carey Price will get back eventually. I think you want maybe a little bit lighter game for him to start because he hasn't played in almost a year now. Well, I guess not almost a year. The playoffs were back in August, right? I believe. I think July or August. Yeah, something like that. So it hasn't quite been a year, but yeah, it's been a long time for Carey Price. So give him a nice, easy game the first time out rather than facing 50 plus Toronto shots, in his first game back. I did put a poll up. We do have one response. I see at least one response. Let's see what's going on there. I'm not going to end the poll. Let's see what we got. Yes, so I put up, will Montreal win tonight? And I have 100% say yes, which I believe is one person. I don't know who responded because there's nobody in the chat right now. Again, if I do have the chat open, so if you want to comment, you want to ask questions, if you want to show up, people want to show up and talk. One thing I do have to say is this stream is about me commenting on hockey games, people participating. That would be great. I don't have the stream for this game. The stream, I don't have. I know if I put up an illegal copy, that's going to cause problems. So I don't mind you guys joining in, but you will have to bring your own game. So I signed up for ESPN Plus. I live in the States. ESPN Plus. I can watch every single Montreal game except for the local games in the New York area, which is New Jersey, Islanders, and Rangers. And those games I have a cable subscription that has MSG on it, so I can watch those games there. So basically, I can watch every single Montreal Canadiens game. So if you're a Canadiens fan living in the US, I highly recommend getting ESPN Plus. Personally, I have Disney and Hulu, and I get ESPN Plus as a package with the whole thing. So it's almost like it's free, and I get to watch every Montreal game sort of for free because ESPN Plus and Hulu almost like they throw in ESPN Plus for free. I mean, Disney and Hulu, it's like they throw in ESPN Plus for free. But even if you don't, even if you just get ESPN Plus, which is probably $5-6 a month, well worth it if you're a big Canadiens fan living in the States. So it looks like we're either near the national anthems or we're near puck drop. Looks like since I haven't turned the lights on, it's probably national anthems. So it looks like we got a few more minutes before puck drop. Let's see. Can you imagine how am I ever going to fill the 15-minute gaps in between the periods talking about hockey? I mean, I love talking about hockey, but it's going to be difficult, I think. So this is game number 72. As I said, Montreal's in 31st place. Toronto, I haven't looked. Let me take a look at my source. Let's see where the standings are for them. I believe they're in second place. Yes, second place in the Atlantic, 98 points. Pretty impressive. Look at Florida. Already made the playoffs, 106 points. Unbelievable. And then if you scroll down, I think I mentioned in the last stream, my daughter is a Vegas Golden Knights fan. And yeah, they're gonna have trouble making the playoffs this year, especially pulling the Tampa Bay strategy by putting Stone on injured reserve and playing Jack Eichel. That strategy might not pay off if they don't make the playoffs. Okay, we're getting close. Yes, so we're just about to start the game. Toronto and against Montreal at Toronto. It's the Scotiabank Arena. You can see all these families with both Toronto and Montreal fans in the stands. It's kind of funny. Ugh. Yep. All right, so we're just about to begin. I think this is going to be a fun game. This must be one that they circle a Saturday night, playing each other. I'm expecting some good pace to this game. I think this is going to be a good game. And as I said, I think Toronto's going to be looking for payback. So look for them to come out hard in the beginning. You got Matthews lining up, and who else do we got? The Armia line. Armia, Dvorak, and Gallagher should be playing. Yep, looks like it. Okay. And we are underway. And look at Toronto bringing it into the zone. They're already on the puck. Matthews got it back. Oh, look at that nice tip in front. Almost pretty good chance right there, right off the bat. It's interesting. I wonder why they put the Armia line against. I wonder if they're trying to go back to what they did in the playoffs by putting a checking line against Toronto's top line. Okay, it's back in the Toronto zone. They push it up and put it into Montreal's end. Oh, goalie's playing it. Yep, Toronto's controlling it in the zone again. Quick shot. Nothing doing. Romanov's, well, he's a big dude back there putting on some hits pretty much every game. Got to be careful if you're a Toronto player cruising into the zone with him on the ice. All right, you got the Suzuki, Caulfield, and other, in this case, Pitlick. This is like the fourth game in a row, I believe. Pitlick's been on the Suzuki Caulfield line. Pitlick's been playing well. I have to. This is Rem Pitlick, by the way. There are two Pitlicks on Montreal. Tyler Pitlick plays on the fourth line. Muzzin, yeah. He's another big guy. Really made it hard for Montreal last year's playoffs to get any forecheck, get any pressure in the offensive zone. He was a workhorse. Oh, is that going to be a trip? Slip the skates? Are they going to call that? Oh, you're going to have Toronto fans complaining about that one, I'm sure. Trip, trip, trip. Yeah. I swear, I see a clip after every game. Isn't this a trip? Isn't this a trip? It's like they don't call everything. You're lucky if you get maybe 1 and 2 infractions, or 1 and 3 infractions, I think, get called. You got to take it in stride. Not everything is going to get called. Was it a trip technically? Yeah, it might have been, or incidental contact. I don't know. They decide to let it go. All right. So Toronto's got pressure inside the zone again. Looks like my prediction was a little correct in that Toronto's coming out really hard. Oh, here we are, turnover. Montreal has had some problems with turnovers. And we got Riley. They're cycling down. Matthews is back out on the ice. Muzzin takes a shot, but pretty easy save for Jake Allen from that distance. All right, pretty exciting. I was right. Toronto's been so far the better team right off the bat. Yeah. They caught two skates collide. They're good. I guess this is going to be a strategy. They do have the Dvorak line back out against the Matthews line. I guess the strategy is to not to worry about that line scoring, but just keep the Matthews line from scoring. Oh, Matthews cruising in the slot, almost was able to pick off that pass from Marner. And here we go. Dvorak's coming up with Armia, takes a shot. I believe that's Montreal's first shot. Pretty easy save for Shalgren. Oh, yeah. Matthews sets the Toronto Maple Leafs record for number of goals in a season. Got 55 and 56 last game. Congratulations. Congratulations, Matthews. Another fact is that I picked up on Twitter was if he scores in this game, he will have scored 50 goals in 50 consecutive games. Now, it's not the NHL record for 50 goals in the first 50 um, games for your team, but it's impressive nonetheless. Because, I mean, has there been a player in the last little while that's done that? Maybe Ovechkin? Maybe. So that would be a pretty good accomplishment for him. So far, just a lot of play between the blue back and forth. Basically, Toronto's had a little bit more pressure. Montreal's only chance really came from the shot from the top of the circle, which really wasn't that dangerous. Toronto's definitely had more zone time, but hasn't really had any dangerous opportunities. Maybe that first one, deflection that went wide. Ooh, another turnover right at the blue line. This is, oh, he was either blocked or a good save by Allen. It was, yeah, it's Matthews and Marner again. Here comes Matthews. Oh, look at the move. Oh, Matthews undressing whoever it was on defense, Romanov. Oh, Nylander back to Marner. It's going to be looking. They're putting some good pressure on now. Look at that one timer by Matthews. He's hunting for it. He wants, oh, great chance right in front. Who's that? Nylander, who almost put, oh, they're just all over Montreal right now. Montreal can't get out of the zone. Oh, and now we have a 2-on-1, but these guys are tired. Oh, no, 2-on-2. Suzuki and Caulfield. I think they're going to be looking to get out off the ice because they looked so tired. Yeah, they are. Now you got Weidman, who's been playing some good games as of late. Had some points last game. Okay. Who's that? Oh, this is the fourth line. Pitlick, Pizzetta, and who else we got? Paling, Pitlick, and Pizzetta. The three Ps. Let's call them the triple P line. They're a fourth line, so you don't nickname fourth lines, unfortunately. Offside. So we got the shots now. Thank God. Last game, New Jersey. MSG. One real complaint, put the shot clock up. I had no idea how many shots they were taking last game. They didn't have the clock up. So now it's Toronto has 4 shots, Montreal has 1. Now let's see, since we have a little break, we got nobody watching. You got one person, one vote told me that Montreal will win tonight. I don't want to participate. I want to be. Just want to see if anybody decides. I just want to let the other people decide. I have my own ideas. Who's going to win tonight? I actually feel since Montreal won the last 2 games, I think Toronto's going to be looking for a little payback. So look for them to be very strong tonight. So unless Allen stands on his head, which is possible, I do think that Toronto's probably going to get this game tonight. Okay. Believe they're giving a tribute to Matthews. So they have Rick Vive here with 54 goals, and he was beaten by Matthews with 55 and 56 last game. That was 40 years ago. Impressive hit. I'm sure he feels like he's doesn't mind handing the torch to. Oh, there they are meeting. That's awesome. Sorry, I'm just listening to the tribute to Rick Vive and Matthews beating his record before they dropped the puck again. There, fans were giving a standing O for that. All right, so we're back in action again. Let's see what happens. We're in the neutral zone right now. Puck being bounced around a little bit. We got the Dvorak line out again. Gallagher. Ooh, little short 2-on-1. Oh, it got blocked by who's 78. 78 Brody blocked the shot. Good job, Brody. It was like a little mini 2-on-1 inside the zone, right about by the hash marks, and he dove down and blocked the pass from Gallagher to looking for Armia. All right, now back in the Montreal zone. Edmondson took a little whiff on the puck. Oh, they turned it over again. Mikheyev. Oh, right across the crease. Couldn't make contact. That got blocked. Oh, Anderson with a almost breakaway. Took a shot, but good save, Shalgren. You know, after doing these, you really get an appreciation for people who do play by play. Oh, here we go. We got a break here. Oh, not quite a break. Oh, it's sometimes. Oh, good save by Allen. Who is that? 44 is give my cheat sheet here. Who's 44? Oh, 44. Riley on defense. That's why I was having trouble finding him. Moss Matthews. Oh, another great opportunity. And Allen again hangs tight. Maple Leafs all over the Habs right now. Look at that turnover there. Oh, what I was gonna say is they're coming in on like a mini, look like a 2-on-1, and instead of trying to make a pass or a shot or something, he turns. The Toronto player turns, and I don't see why you do that play when you have numbers. You should at least just throw it to the net and see what happens. But what do I know? I mean, Bunting. I mean, you're up to 7 shots now on Allen. He's going to have another busy night here, I think. All right, they get it out. Suzuki bats it into Toronto zone right now. No sustained forecheck here. Toronto picks up the puck and quickly gets it out. Now you have Matthews on it again. He has been all over this puck. Muzzin from a pass by Matthews. Oh, look at that. Nice play. They ice the puck, but Caulfield gets there before everyone else and gets a shot on goal. So nice play. Oh, the sustained forecheck by Toronto. Montreal is just they're having such a difficult time dealing with it. A little scrum in the corner. Pitlick picks it up. Oh, go, 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 go. No, it can't win. But it was an icing. You get a nice little forecheck going. This fourth line again. It looks like they're changing now because you have Armia on there. Montreal trying to put the pressure on, but again, Toronto not having much trouble exiting the zone. Hasn't it seemed like to me, it seems like every time that Matthews Marner line is out on the ice, they have caused some problems for Montreal. Montreal just can't seem to deal with that line. Or again, not a commercial break, but whistle. Yeah, look at that. That was good. Good play. Creativity by Nick Suzuki. It's been very good lately. Look at that, 15-4 shot attempts. It just shows you how well. Now we're in commercial break. Just shows you how well Toronto's been playing. Oh no, we're not. I think they started going to commercial break and they didn't. We're in the neutral zone right now. Montreal trying to bring it in, and once again, not being able to give much of a forecheck. But not unexpected that Toronto's coming out hard. This does not surprise me. This does not surprise me. They're outplaying Montreal in the first part of this game. This is what I think they wanted to do. They wanted to come out hard. Nice little tip and center ice there to stop from being icing. But again, Toronto just exits the zone. Really, oh, here we go. Matthews again. Look at this. Every time they're on the ice. And pretty easy save by Jake Allen. Although Matthews was cruising, trying to get a tip or something. So, oh, look, we had someone join. Welcome. This is Watch Habs Hockey with in Rob's crazy house. Unfortunately, I don't have a feed. You'll have to bring your own feed. I use ESPN Plus. I'm just here to talk hockey. Pretty good game so far, even though Toronto's come out hard as I thought they would, and then we lost. I guess found out that I didn't have a feed and he left. Anyway, so that Matthews line has been excellent so far to start the game. I really think he's going to get his 57th goal tonight, and he'll have 50 and 50. 50 goals in 50 consecutive games. That'll be quite a feat. I'm sure we haven't seen in quite some time, although not the 50 goals in 50 games that the NHL tracks, which is the first 50 games of the season for the team. Commercial break right now. Any comments or questions or something? I have no problem talking about the game, talking about Montreal season. Wow, I mean, the beginning of the season was just such a disappointment, I have to say. I don't know what happened to the team under Ducharme, but it was a very disappointing start of the season. Then Martin St. Louis took over, and it's been exciting hockey ever since, just letting guys play. You know, they make mistakes, but you just let them play. It's been exciting hockey. They've been scoring goals. It's been really fun to watch lately. I've been happy to be it's funny. I was happier. I am happier now knowing that they're not going to make the playoffs with the hockey that they're playing than I was before when I was hoping that somehow they would be able to turn it around with the horrible hockey that they were playing during that time. It was unbelievable. Okay, game back. And here we go. Toronto has the puck again inside Montreal zone. And here's Muzzin again. Oh, little deflection. Good save, Allen. Whew. Here, there. Mikheyev has it. Takes a shot. Nice shot. Jeez. Allen got a piece of it, though. 10 shots already for Toronto. Here's another poll question. I don't know if I should. I mean, maybe you could state on your chat. Does Allen face 50 shots again plus tonight? Will he face 50 plus shots again tonight? It's looking good so far. 11 shots with 8 minutes left to go. Let's see if I'll create a poll again. As I watch the game, Montreal's hardly had any sustain. I guess I can't open another poll. But you could always, if you stick around, you could always answer in the chat. So I'll end this poll actually, because that's kind of dumb. But this one's good. Let's do a new poll. Oops. Here we go. Will Jake Allen face 50 plus shots tonight? Okay, there we go. Brand new poll question. Will Jake Allen face 50 plus shots tonight? And I got to tell you, he's on his way. Oh, Marner. Look at that. Another great chance for Toronto. Another question would be, will Montreal get a scoring chance? Do you call the Armia one a scoring chance? I don't know. It was from the top of the circle. Pretty easy save, I thought. Now, I mean, it was a one-timer, but Jake Allen was there. Nylander took a one-timer right into. He was there, no problem. So how many shots does Muncher? As I said, I'm not surprised. Toronto comes out very strong, looking for the little payback. 13-3 shots on goal. Dominated this period so far, and it's been mostly the Matthews line that has dominated. They're the ones generating the majority of the shots. Now Matthews line is out again. They actually put the Suzuki line out against Matthews. Maybe they feel the other line's just not. Oh man, why did you put your stick in the way? Oh, there they go. Moss and Matthews. There you go. 50 and 50. 50 and 50 consecutive games. What I was saying is, who was it? It looked like Gallagher had the opportunity to stick his stick in the lane, and no, who was it? I can't see. Let me see if I. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. If I could see who this is, man, he had the opportunity to stick his stick in the lane and deflect the. Oh, Allen's out. Oh, he pulled his groin. I bet because he was going the other way and he had to reverse and go back against the grain, and he probably hyperextended his groin right there. Oh, and he's out. And you got Montembeau coming in. 15-3 shots on goal. Yeah. They're saying what a great save it was. Look at this. He had to go back and and yeah, as soon as he did that, yeah, it definitely looks like a groin strain there. He's not. He can't continue. Montembeau's in. So I guess I will I wonder if I could change the poll. Should be, will Toronto get 50 plus shots now that Allen is out of the game? Oh, Matthews again. Just came in, undressed the D, and just sniped one. First one against Montembeau. Who? What's going on here? This is that Weidman and Bunting after the goal. Oh, Matthews is. I mean, I think he's probably surpassing Ovechkin as the best goal scorer in the NHL. Look at this. He's coming in with speed. Just outspeeds the defenseman. Takes a quick shot. Yeah, right between the glove and the pads. That's a goal scorer's goal right there. Unbelievable. Yeah, what? I don't know what this is about. Weidman and Bunting just going at it after the goal. And we got is Toronto going to get a power play out of this? I saw a pretty good right hand by Weidman. Or is it going to be offsetting? Looks like we might have 4-on-4. I don't see a penalty here or a power play being announced. Oh, Toronto does get a power play. Got 2 minutes. Wyman got 2 minutes for cross checking, 2 minutes for roughing, and a 10-minute misconduct. So after scoring their second goal, they go right back on the power play. Look at what I said. I got to end this poll because Jake Allen is no longer in the game. So the poll is kind of moot. So we'll end that poll. All right. Let's see. What other poll can we come up with? Will Matthews get a hat trick? There's a good one. Will Austin Matthews score a hat trick? I had the Allen one up, but he's hurt and out of the game, so you can't use that one anymore. Well, let's see. Toronto's power play ranked number 1 in the NHL. Montreal's penalty kill is pretty near last, 74.2%. Best versus the worst, almost. Not quite the worst, but pretty close. So let's see. I mean, heck, Matthews may get his hat trick right here. Montreal holding tight in the box, not really pushing it. There you go. Montreal cleared the zone. 45 seconds gone. Nothing really dangerous. So 2-0 Toronto right now. Or should I say 2-0 Matthews right now. Matthews, both goals. Just unbelievable. Number 57 and 58 on the year. Oh! Oh! What a snipe right off the post. Nylander again. Oh, Montembeault got that one. Oh, 2-on-1 here in Montreal. Let's go. Suzuki. Oh! Oh, Shalgren got it. Took the first shot, bounced out of his glove, tried to get the rebound, but it went right under Shalgren. Look at right off the inside of the post, almost hit the other post. And Suzuki, nice shot there. But Shalgren was better. All right, Toronto coming back out, trying to gain the zone. They do. I bet you Toronto fans are happy with a little bit of a lead, a little bit of breathing room, not having to worry so much. They don't want to drop another game to the Canadiens, I'm sure. Oh, intercepted by Montreal in the zone. Oh, Caulfield. Oh, good save by Shalgren on a breakaway by Goal Caulfield. Stops him. Nice save. So Shalgren looks like he's on his game, which is problematic for Montreal because those scoring chances aren't coming. They're coming few and far between. They did kill the penalty, however. No, not a penalty, I don't think. Got his stick wrapped up. Took a little tumble. I just don't think that's a penalty for down Toronto. And we have a stoppage in play as Toronto continues to put pressure in their zone. But Cole Caulfield. with a breakaway. And let's look at this again as they show the replay. Here he comes in. I think he was trying to go under the blocker, between the blocker and the body, like he did the last goal. Last game, I mean, when he scored that way, right between. But Chalgren stopped it. And a commercial break. So, watch Habs hockey in Rob's crazy house. Got a poll up. Matthews has 2 goals. My poll question is: will Austin Matthews get a hat trick tonight? I'm thinking yes. Not to color your opinion, but I'm thinking yes. And but even if he gets a hat trick, will Montreal be able to come back into this game, or this game going to be a blowout? Because right now Montreal's had, well, you had that Suzuki chance, and you had the Caulfield chance, and I don't really remember any good scoring chances besides those two. Um, whereas Toronto has had, geez, and just in that one shift, I recall they had like 4 scoring chances. So and you also have the 2 that Matthews scored. And I'm sure there were others. I mean, they literally almost have 20 shots this period. I think it was 17 the last I saw. Yeah. And I'm going to take a little bit of a water break. It gets dry talking a lot. So hold on. So for those counting, oh, now they're showing it. Last person to do it was Cam Neely in 93-94. Here, oh man, he almost got the hat trick right there. The last person to score 50 goals in 50 well, actually, it was, what did they say? It was 50 goals in 49 games. Yeah, for Cam Neely, 93-94. And Matt. So nobody else has done it. So I'm glad somebody kept track of who did it. Montreal putting on some pressure. Good for them. Yay. Go team. The first prolonged pressure in the offensive zone for Montreal, but now it's done. Oh, Tavares left all alone in front. Nobody picked him up. I guess he came off the bench. Usually, if you see a player coming into the zone with no coverage all alone like that, it's likely that they came off the bench and weren't picked up by a defender. Hand pass. Oh, look at that. I think he got it off the stick of Montreal on that shot. Oh, you don't want another groin injury there, Marner, trying to stretch to keep the line. I hate to see another player go out. Maybe thinking of that Allen injury, might be a good time that Carey Price came back. Montreal trying to put on some pressure, but nope. So what do we got? 18 shots for Toronto and 7 for Montreal. 29 shot attempts to 10. Toronto leading again in that department. So, man, they're trying these stretch passes, and it just seems like it's too far to pass with Toronto with these good sticks. They're just picking them off. And Montreal in their zone again. Muzzin activating down low. Oh, Suzuki tries to put it by on. Wasn't real bad interference, but Toronto player defenseman did turn into Suzuki's path, preventing him from going in fast. Hey, back in Toronto zone, Montreal trying to mount a little bit of a. It's the Suzuki line on right now, trying to dig it out from the corner. 2-4 in against the boards like a rugby scrum, trying to get that puck. Oh, and ran out of time. First intermission. The big question is, what am I going to talk about for 15 minutes? Well, I think, okay, so I'm going to keep that poll up there because I think it's, if Matthews scores a hat trick in this game, I mean, kudos to him. I had the Jake Allen facing 50 shots, which seemed like Toronto, I think, had 18 shots in that period. So Toronto get 50 shots on goal because Allen was injured and he is out of the game. And now it's Montembeault in nets. And Montembeault, the first shot he faces is Matthew streaking into the zone, taking a taking a shot against the grain, right under the glove. What a great shot! Great shot. So if you're joining, it's 2-0 at the end of one period. The shots were last I saw were 18-7. Montreal had two scoring chances, including a Caulfield breakaway. Chalgren stopped Caulfield. The other one was Nick Suzuki coming in. I'm trying to remember exactly what the scoring play, but anyway, he got a scoring chance. Other than that, there hasn't been much activity, and the Matthews line has been on fire tonight. Montreal can't stop him. Can't stop that line. He's just on fire. Good forechecking, digging the puck out, making great passes. That whole line is just doing awesome. So, right now, you know what? I'm going to take a quick break. Um, so, if you come in and you don't see me here, um, let it be known it is the intermission. I'm just going to take a quick break to refresh myself, and then we'll get back at it for period two. Hey, I'm back. This is Watch Habs Hockey and Rob's Crazy House. Bring your feed with you, and we'll talk some hockey. Um, right now, nobody's joined. That's fine. This is kind of like therapy for me because back here in the U.S., don't really get a lot of hockey fans here. Let me bring this a little closer. So, just getting all my stuff together. So, no, what I was saying is, I like watching games, but man, it's just nice to talk to people for some time. So, instead of my my family members calling me crazy for talking to myself. I figured I'd talk to a computer, and then everyone will be okay with it. um, so to let you, so basically, I'm sorry, just had a little gas there. Hope nobody minds. What was I saying? Yes, wow, I'm just drawing a blank right now. I'm not gonna lie. Feel a little tired today. Now I'm trying to overcome it to do this broadcast. I've been struggling all day. I don't know why I feel so tired today. My daughter did have her birthday party along with her friend today, which we traveled for about half an hour to a restaurant where she had all of her friends there. Um, but other than that, I haven't really done a whole lot today. But for some reason, I just feel tired. I can't explain it. So I'm struggling and I'm trying to get through this. Um, trying to the intermissions I knew would be tough. The intermissions are going to be the toughest part to get through. Um, I would say ask your questions now. Oh, we do have a question. What is Caulfield's potential? Oh, great question. I mean, he looks good in his rookie year, especially once you consider that the time under Ducharme was a horrible time for him, and he's basically producing at a point a game right now. I mean, he looks like a sniper. I mean, maybe not as good as Matthews, but he's. I think he's going to be definitely top five scorer in the league. Um, and his playmaking ability is not too bad too. If he can get goals and assists roughly in the same, he could be a 30, 40 goal scorer in the league, maybe 80, 90 points. I think that's kind of what you're looking at with Caulfield. And that was the only question. The intermissions are such a great time to ask questions. Let me think of a good question here. So you got the draft coming up. How long? What do you think Montreal is capable of next year? Let's see. They still have some players out. You still have Druin, who's not playing right now, and I'm not sure he's going to be a Habs anymore. Get the impression that he's not going to come back. Who else is out of the lineup? You have Petrie out of the lineup. Yeah, he's not. I don't know if he's going to be back either next year. So you're looking at Druin and Petrie. You're probably not going to be back. So you're probably looking at a bunch of young guys. What's their capability? I mean, they look so good now. It looks like they're playing close to 500 hockey, which is, they were 12, 10, and 4, which is close to 500 hockey. That's really, I mean, I'm talking under Martin St. Louis. We're not going to talk about the Ducharme era. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, people have talked about Ducharme and they say, he's had success before. Like, what is the problem? Why did he have such a horrible time with the Montreal? And maybe I might have the answer. My idea is that he plays this when he works with younger players. He's able to dictate to them, this is how I want you to play. You play this way and we will win. And the younger players looking up to a guy with more experience probably look up to him and say, okay, I'll play your way, and then we'll see what happens. When you get to the NHL, you're talking to players who have played in the top league for like years. Most of them, more than a few years. These guys know how hockey is played. And you sit there and tell them, this is the system I want you to play. I don't care what you think, just play my way and we will win. And then they don't have success with it. And they're like, why should I listen to you? I know how to play hockey. This isn't working. So what are we doing here? And I don't think he really tapped in, like, listen to the players' concerns. Maybe, I mean, that's my thought, is that he didn't listen to the players' concerns and they just turned on him. Whereas you get a guy like Martin St. Louis, and who has played in the league, very good success in the league, knows that having a conversation with players who are equal to you is probably a better route to success than dictating to them how he wants you to play. I think that was Ducharme's downfall. So that being said, I look at the Montreal Canadiens ex Ducharme, like the 12, 10, and 4 record is probably how they're going to be next year. That won't be good enough to make the playoffs. If you take that same type of statistic, 12, 10, and 4, what's that? 20 to 26 games, and you have 12 is 24, 28 points in 26 games. So in 82 games, you're looking at about 88 points. It won't be good enough to make the playoffs next year, unless they go out in free agency and get someone, but I'm not sure they want to go that route at the moment. And you do maybe carry prices back next year? I mean, here's an idea. With a young team, do you want to go out and give Carey Price a chance with a team that's more going to contend for the Stanley Cup? Trade him away. There's an interesting thought. Trade Carey Price away. Get a young goalie to fit the young team who's rebuilding. Give Carey Price a chance to win with a Stanley Cup contender, because the number of years, I mean, the injury problems he's had, I'm thinking 3 years he's probably not going to be able to play anymore. That's my guess. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. This is Watch Habs Hockey in Rob's Crazy House. I don't have a feed, unfortunately. But if you have a feed, you can watch the game and then talk hockey with me. Ask your questions on the chat, make some comments. I was discussing what Montreal is going to look like next year, and what moves they should make for next year, if any. And I thought one move that might make sense for Carey Price and the Montreal Canadiens might be to trade him to a Stanley Cup contender where he might get a chance to win a Stanley Cup, because I don't think he has many years left to try and achieve that goal. But I think he wants to remain a Canadian. So as long as he wants to remain a Canadian, I don't think that trade's going to happen. But they should sit him down and say, look, think about it. You got a few years left. I don't think we're going to be a Stanley Cup contender for a few years. Maybe you want to go and join a team that's a Stanley Cup contender now and take your shot. And we'll fully support it. If you want to do that trade, we'll fully support it. But if you want to stay here, we support that too. If you want to stay and help build our team, that'd be great. I think, I don't know what young goalies I know we have Caden Primo, who every time he's come up, he seemed to be a little nervous, I would say, because he seems to have trouble. He seems to have been having trouble performing at the NHL level. And doesn't mean he's not ready. I mean, he's been down. I would think that, does he need more work to be an NHL goalie? Or do you need a new young blood for your team? The trouble is, the Carey Prices of the world are hard to come by. When you get a good goalie, you want to hang on to a good goalie. Like Jake Allen has proven to be a good goalie. I mean, he's not a carry price. He's not one of the best goalies in the league, but he has shown himself to be game in and game out, highly dependable. He's faced a lot of shots and he's made some great saves. He's I don't know what the stat is, but I'm sure if you look it up, I'm sure he's made more saves than he should have, given the shot qualities that are on him. Is that the last series that the Leafs won? Is that what they're doing? Looks like it. No, they're talking about Bob Cole. Great announcer. If you didn't know, I am originally from Canada. I grew up a Canadiens fan ever since I was 5 years old. I was growing up during the string of four cups between 76 and 79. So I was used to Canadians winning. As I was growing up, I thought that that was how it went. The Canadians won everything. They were the best team. And then 1980 hit, and they lost to the Minnesota North Stars in seven. Was it 7 games or 5 games? Anyway, devastating to me at that time, 1980. That's when the Islanders went on the string of four cups. I couldn't believe that my team could ever lose. I was young and naive at the time. Yes, been a hockey fan since I was 5 years old. Been a Canadiens fan since I was 5 years old. Been a hockey player from 5 to 26 years old. Although never any good at it. I was always a house league player, gentleman's league player, defenseman. If had given a choice, I always got the number 3. That was my number. Ugh. So, did anyone partake of my? No. So, should I? I'm gonna go with. Can I vote on this? No. So, you learned something new. The moderator of the poll cannot vote on the poll, but I say yes. The poll is: will Austin Matthews score a hat trick? He's got 2 goals already. He only needs one more. Will he score the hat trick? You know who I'd like to see score a hat trick? Cole Caulfield has been scoring goals, right? But he hasn't had a multi-goal game yet, has he? Oh, no. No, I believe he has. Okay, but I would love to see that guy score a hat trick once before the end of the season. Wouldn't that be great? And get over 20 goals, which he probably should get over 20 goals because he's only 3 away. But it'd be great just to watch him in a game score a hat trick. I mean, especially if it's at home. Do it at home. That will electrify the crowd there. Yeah, it'd be so great. Habs players, there are so few hat tricks for Habs players. It's just amazing. So thinking about the Leafs' dry spell in terms of even making it to the Stanley Cup Finals. And what are we watching? Ooh, Collision. Oh, February 21st. Oh, that's how Muzzin got her. Ah, hey, good on Weidman. They, I guess, Muzzin collided with Weidman in what was it, February 21st? I don't know what this was about. Weidman gets the original cross check. Then they both get 2 for roughing, and then Weidman gets a 10-minute misconduct. So he got 14 minutes of penalties there to the Toronto's 2 minutes of penalties last period. So he's still sitting in the box. He's going to have to wait probably another few more minutes before he gets out. Sorry, the shots were 18-8 last period. And we're back underway in the second period. Toronto leading 2-0 on Watch Habs hockey and Rob's crazy house. Oh, here we go again, right in front. Good stick by Montreal player. We got Evans coming in to the Toronto zone. Henderson after the puck, trying to get it back for Evans. Ooh, taking a big hit there. Not that big, I guess. Just taking a little bump. Romanov taking a blast from the point. It hit something and didn't make it to the net. Now Toronto has control. And they're going to take it out of the zone. One of the problems is Montreal has had Tavares making his way in there. Wow, respect for the people who do play-by-plays, because it is. I don't know how they see the numbers and stuff. I've been having such a tough time seeing who's who on the ice. You got Caulfield, I do recognize him. Playing with the puck, dangling it on a string. And Montreal controlling it in their zone, trying to get it out. As I've said in the last stream that I did, that Montreal's been having problems getting it out of the blue line. Ooh, who's that? Tavares again? Taking a shot from about the top of the circle, middle of the ice. Montembeault closed it off just in time. Now Montreal back in the zone. Who's that? Edmondson's with the puck now. Oh, Armia. As I said, I don't know how these guys are like. Look, who's that Toronto player? Is that 47? He's got his shirt tucked in. I can hardly see his number. How did they tell? The Gallagher firing it in. They're trying to dig in, put it on the forecheck. Go Gal. Oh, was that a trip? Whew, close to one. He got his stick in on the legs. Giordano joining the rush. I mean, can you believe this guy? How old is he? Like 500? Played in the NHL for 45 years, I think. No, it's still playing. Even though he's on a third line, he's still playing. Fourth line out for Montreal. Let's see if fourth line's been actually, you know what? Remember last game, it was Clegg, putting some points up for the fourth line. Boy, if I was that successful, you would think that I'd be still in the lineup. Oh, that's going to be Pelly. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Pizzetta's going off. Really just stuck his arm out and did a clothesline against, who was it? Blackwell. Oh, yeah. He didn't do a clothesline, but he grabbed him and pulled him down with his open hand. That's going to be called every single time. There's no doubt that was a penalty. So you got Pizzetta for holding, and you got the Matthews line out again, and Matthews gets another opportunity for a hat trick. Montreal trying to exit the zone, but can't. Yeah, Evans going after the puck here, trying to force the play. Oh, Marner almost set. There's Matthews again. Oh, those two. Two good feeds to Matthews, and he just couldn't bury it. Oh, right at the line. Kept it in. Look at that. Just unbelievable. Matthews with it again. Dancing around. Here's Marner with it. Back to Matthews. Matthews. Oh, who's that on top? Nylander. But Montembeault saved it. Not as difficult of a shot as maybe it's Nylander, so Nylander's got a great shot, but it was from above the circle, so almost from the point. Yeah, right at the top of the circle. Yeah, it looked more difficult than it was. 1:16 left in the power play for Toronto. I mean, they got Matthews. Now he's taking draws. He does everything. He's the team. Oh, high sticking penalty to John Tavares. So that's 4-on-4. Ooh, little throat music there. Catching the stick right in on the throat. Whew. Yeah, he's okay. He's tough. He can take it. Little stick to the throat. No, coach, I'm okay. I can still play. So now we got what, minute 13 of 4-on-4. Edmondson takes a shot from the point, hoping for a screen. Here we go, 2-on-1. Mariners and Matthews. Marner and Matthews, I mean. Nothing doing. Couldn't get the pass across. Oh, right on the line. Oh, whoa. Oh, so Matthews slipped it to. It was supposed to go out of the zone. It didn't. Down low. Matthews slips it to Marner, who almost puts it under Montembeau's hands. Oh, it's deflected. Did that go in? Was that under the pad or did that actually cross the line? I think they're going to take a look. No. Okay, obviously it didn't. Oh, those guys. Those guys. Like, you shake your head in awe. They're just so good. So we got Evans line out here now. Oh, a breakaway for Nylander. Here comes Nylander. Oh, Montembeau with this. Oh my God. He had a wide open net right off his stick. Who's 65? Who is 65? Mikheyev. Mikheyev just missed a wide open net. The puck bounced right off his stick. Unbelievable. How many more turnovers before? 23 shots to 10. Oh my God. Who's the better team? Okay, Montreal, I think, are on the power play now. 30th ranked power play in the NHL. Toronto's is 7th ranked penalty kill. But Montreal has killed, well, what you would call a penalty and a half, basically. Although it gets counted as 2 power plays for Toronto. Then we're on a brief power play here. Dvorak had a chance in front, but Caulfield keeps it in. What a play. Montreal still in the zone. I think they're trying to get too cute. Just get it on net sometimes. It's the best play. Petrie. Oh, Petrie is in this game. Joel Edmondson gets Montreal back in the game. A little flurry of activity. Got a pass from, I believe, Suzuki behind the net. He comes creeping in. He's right in the hash marks and buries it. Wait. I did not have Petrie on my scorecard. So who got removed for Petrie? I looked it up before the game, but it's not always accurate. I didn't know Petrie was in this game. Jeez, when did that happen? Oh, actually, it was well below the hash marks, right between the Toronto player's skates, and he bangs it home. And a game that has been totally dominated by Toronto is once again within Montreal's reach to tie the game. Can you believe it? One good flurry out of Montreal, and it's a 2-1 game. I mean, Toronto fans must think they're jinxed. All right, so icing looks like here. Yeah, I mean the game, you literally, and you don't have to look any further than the shots. 23-10. It's been all Toronto. Montreal hasn't had a good. They had one flurry in the first period where they had some sustained zone time, but it didn't amount to anything. And this literally was about a minute or more of sustained zone time, and they were moving it around. It's the first one of the game, and they score on it. They were able to generate a scoring chance and score. Other than that, it's been all Toronto. So who's the Armia Dvorak line? Right. Got to get it straight. Don't worry. I'll do enough of these games. It'll start coming natural to me. Remember, this is the first. Oh, tip by Armia in the slot. Very nice. But just goes over the net. I mean, wouldn't it? I mean, what would happen if Montreal ties it up? All right. So it's like we're going to commercial break. I'm going to take a quick little break and I'll be staying right here, but I'm just going to get a drink. My mouth is parched. Who'd have thought doing these games would be so hard? Your throat gets dry. Oh, I feel like I've been talking forever. It's like talking to the friend who never talks back to you. Hey, friend, you got any comments? No? Just me talking? You're just watching. Okay. So now that we're in commercial break, watch Habs hockey in Rob's crazy house. This is Toronto or Montreal at Toronto at Scotiabank Arena. Um, it's now 2-1 Toronto. Toronto's been dominating. Montreal just started with the power play. They had, I believe it was about 40 seconds on the power play. They kept it in the zone after the power play. And my good pass from Nick Suzuki out in front and Joel Edmondson buried it. Good for him. Comes back off injury, hasn't played almost the entire season, and I believe now has 2 goals since he's come back. I don't know if you've heard, but he said he wanted to score for his father in his first game back. And he didn't do it in his first game, but now he has 2 goals. So I'm sure every goal he scores is probably for his father. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. One thing I won't do in the stream, I won't tell you to click like. I won't tell you to click subscribe, even though I just told you to do that. There's basically nobody watching this game. I have no subscriptions. And I'm sure it's because I don't actually have the feed for them. And I'm sure that's what everyone's looking for. Sorry. I just, I don't want to get taken out by YouTube for breaking copyright restrictions by showing the feed. So I do get the feed from ESPN Plus that I watch, and I can watch almost every Habs game except for the New York games, which are on MSG, which I have through my regular cable subscription. Thank you, ESPN Plus, for getting or ESPN for taking NBC's contract away, because before I could never watch these games. There would only be a handful of games all season, Montreal games all season. Then I just turned to TSN 690 from Canada radio broadcast on my cell phone to listen to the games. Oh, as I'm talking, sorry, Toronto's trying to put the pressure back on. Oh, Tavares with a spinorama catches the post and in, and now it's 3-1 Toronto. Great goal. Wow. I mean, these goals are just great. If you're a fan of hockey, you got to watch this game because this shows how good Toronto is. They're cycling. the puck. And look, Toronto or Tavares does a spinorama right off of Montreal defender. There's Suzuki. Who's that? Pitlick, I think. Oh yeah, he spun off Pitlick. Not a defenseman. So Pitlick, it's your we know you were claimed off waivers, but could you like check John Tavares, make sure he doesn't score? Oh yeah, sure, coach, no problem. Oh, is that good? Yeah, that's icing. Almost sprung. Who's a Dvorak? I believe. Is yeah, I think or no Hoffman. Almost sprung Hoffman. Yeah, Pitlick. Check Tavares. He's not. Imagine getting that assignment. You're a utility player picked up off waivers. Go check Tavares. Shut him down. I'm sure you won't have any problems. Well, that's the problem. Is that? Oh, here we go. Anderson's coming up. Oh no, they're too good with their sticks too. You try and get a break, but they actually. Oh, here we go. Turnover again. Nylander takes a shot, but good save, Montembeau. No rebound. Well, I want to thank everyone who's dropped in for a second to listen to me talk about Habs hockey here on Watch Habs Hockey and Rob's Crazy House. It's great being able to talk about the game without having people saying, "Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?" That's my family. If you haven't known, I have to fake talking like a girl because I have my wife and my two daughters in this house. So anytime somebody talks, when it's not me, it's a girl. So that's all I hear. Who are you talking to? Now I don't hear that. So Toronto gets the lead right back as well. They should. Oh, they're showing the Eastern Conference standings. So the Devils obviously got to win because they're now 5 points ahead of Montreal. Well, that's good. That means it's still just a three-way race for the last three spots. Ooh, Harris. Oh, Gallagher almost batted one home. Clear cut chance in front of the net. Dvorak and Gallagher, that looked offside actually. Not. Oh, what do we got, Matthews? Oh, tried to get around Romanoff. Romanoff was it. Oh, now Matthews strips him. I mean, how good is this player? Who is this guy? Who is this Matthews guy? He seems pretty good. Jeez. Couldn't get by Romanoff, but I was able to. And here he is again. Look, he's trying to draw a penalty. For as good as Matthews is, he does not draw any penalties. He draws the least amount of penalties. Like literally, whoever it was, I'm not sure, was Romanoff on him that time? Tried to spin off of him, and I think Romanoff gave him a little grab. No call. Not that I don't think it was enough for a penalty. I mean, it could have been called. It's one of those. And now Toronto putting pressure on again in the zone, cycling it up to the point, shot, blocked. Montreal's blocked quite a few of those point shots. Here they go again, cycling it to the point, take a shot, tried to get the deflection, missed the net. Caulfield tips it away, and Suzuki just dumps it in the zone. Because, yeah, they're tired after spending their entire shift in their own zone. I think that's why you haven't seen much out of that line. Too much time in their own zone. He's Kerfoot with some speed there. Dauphin puts it in. Dauphin, what? He wasn't on my list either. I'm not going to that website again. It's totally wrong. I don't have Dauphin in my lineup. This website fooled me, telling me who's in the game. So, oh, Who's that? Dauphin again. Dauphin, the guy who's not in my lineup card. Oh my god. Oh, good opportunity. Montreal putting some pressure on after going down 3-1. Maybe they'll have some pushback now. Commercial break. So, let's see. Do we have anybody on the poll? No. Oh, well, it's a good question anyway. I'm going to have to close it at the end of this period because by the third period, he's either going to score it or he's going to not. I think if you don't vote by the third period, it's kind of a moot point at that point. I want a new poll for the third period. I guess my poll question should be, will Montreal come back and tie it at the moment, depending on if there's any more goals here. Okay. So I go and research the lineup before the game. It was about an hour before the game. It was a Leaf site that told me who's going to be playing for Montreal, and they done screwed it up because Jeff Petrie is in the lineup. I got to figure out who's not because I heard Harris's name. I saw Weidman. I saw Romanoff in Edmonton, obviously, who scored the goal. I think I heard Savard's name, so it's got to be Shinneman who's not in the lineup. And then I didn't realize that Dauphin was in the game. Dauphin, I saw Pizzetta, Tyler Pitlick. So who's not? Was it 45? Who did not get in the lineup? I don't know. I have to check. Maybe it was Tyler Pitlick. Maybe I just assumed it was Tyler Pitlick when it was Rem Pitlick I saw. I know Gallagher's in. I saw Armia. And I saw Dvorak, so I know that line's intact. Evans, Anderson, Hoffman are in. Obviously, Rem Pitlick. So it's got to be one of these guys. It's got to be Tyler Pitlick. It's got to be Dauphin for Tyler Pitlick. And we're back. Looks like Josh Anderson taking a face off, and he lost. Not surprising. He's not a centerman. After Evans got waved out, so it's back in Montreal zone, but they get it out, but just bounced it out and gave it away. Nylander with the puck inside Montreal zone. Riley took a shot, but Montembeault with the save. Who, after giving up, you can't really blame that spinorama on him. Just caught the post and went in. And the first goal by Matthews, I mean, he just perfectly placed. That's a sniper's goal right there. But other than that, I mean, he's looked pretty solid coming in relief for Vallon, who went out with an apparent groin injury on Matthews' first goal, who made a great save off of him to begin with, but then couldn't stop the rebound. Got Dvorak. Oh, good stick there. Otherwise, they might have had something. Good stick by Toronto. That was offside or out of play. Out of play, it looked like. And we got a little break in the action as the whistle has stopped play. Shots 26-13, and Toronto with a 3-1 lead. Okay. Savard lifted it out. Oh, we might have something here. Oh, Armia with a shot. Oh, Gallagher tried to get the rebound, but got cleared. Gallagher at the point. Ooh. Oh, we got a break. Oh, Marner couldn't pick up the puck. He would have been in the clear, but instead it goes to the corner and then cleared out. And now Toronto has it again. Hall and Giordano now playing back and forth. Who's that? Oh, ooh, trying to tip it in midair. Missed. Armia in the corner. Do we have a little shakeup here? We have Armia with Caulfield and Suzuki. Caulfield with the puck now. Takes a shot. Ooh. It's probably Caulfield had the breakaway, so that was a good chance. But that was probably the best chance he's had since then. Shots 8-6 this period. And yeah, the play has been closer since Montreal scored. And Toronto answer back, but I think Montreal's put a little bit more pressure on. Here's Edmondson, a beast of a guy. How would you like to play against him? Oh my God. Ooh, Suzuki, good move. Now they're going to go change. New line come out. It's back in Toronto's zone. Riley to Simmons. So Toronto's fourth line out now. Does that mean Montreal's fourth line is out too? You got Hoffman. No, that's not the fourth line. That's the second line. You got Harris on D right now. Nice young prospect, fresh out of college. Oh, here we go. 3-on-2. Slight. Bunton takes a shot, but it gets deflected out of play. Kind of exciting. Montreal gets a goal. They make it a game. Toronto gets a goal. They start running away with it. So obviously, as they always say, the next goal is so important. Any questions? We did have that one question. What is it? I'll repeat it again since we still have no viewers, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just do it for myself. Slinksy YT says, "What is Caulfield's potential?" And that's a hard question to answer. Like, his career potential? Like, is he like a Hall of Famer? I mean, I think it's possible he could be a Hall of Famer. He definitely has skill. I think if he learns how to get open, he learns how to. I mean, he's a pretty good passer right now too. I think some people don't realize he's made some good passes I've seen. He has some creativity, something I think that was stymied under Ducharme. He's definitely got a shot. And I think he's showing he has 17 goals this season, but I think he's showing he could easily be, I think easily a 30 goal scorer. No doubt. Maybe a 40 goal scorer. But I definitely think in the 30s. I think he'll be, if I had to guess, he'll probably be in that 30s, eclipsing 40 sometime, but definitely a 30 goal scorer probably for every season from here on in. Now, if he gets better, like that's him right now. If he starts getting better and starts becoming a better player, I mean, geez, he could definitely be maybe Rocket Richard trophy material if he does get better. Okay, we're back in action again. Got Romanoff jumping up on the play. That was interesting. No icing there. I guess it was a little too slow. Get the rugby scrum in the corner again. Oh, Romanoff gave him a cross check. He's going to the box. This is something they've been cracking down on. He leads with two hands on his stick into the board. you're going to get that call every time. Colorful language from Marner. He said, "Hi, how's it going?" Nah, yeah, right there. You cannot cross check. They're cracking down on it. And he said, for that cross check, a little screw you, but in more colorful terms. So again, given the Toronto power play another opportunity here, that is not going to help you out in your quest to try and come back. I don't know why you have to go into the leading with your two hands on your stick coming into the boards like that. Why do you have to go in like that? Just take your and Romanoff too. I mean, why not just take the body? Just go in with your shoulder. Don't know. He's just probably upset at himself for doing it. Here's Matthews again. So you give Matthews a chance to get the hat trick. Oh, and he sniped it and just missed. There you go. Montreal. Oh, clears it into the bench. So it's still going to be in the zone after 26 seconds of power play time. Look at the shot by Matthews. Matthews coming in. Oh, like to have the accuracy to shoot it almost in the right spot, but he also put it right above the pad and right below the blocker. I mean, this guy can shoot. I think this guy's going to be a good player. Oh, Matthews bullet shot, but oh, look at him. He's trying to get free in front. They're going to try and feed him for the Hattie. Oh, dangle. Look at him dangle. I'm making this shift completely about Matthews. Oh, yeah, got a stick. Who was it? 44. I don't know my Toronto players that well. Who's 44? Who is 44? Riley. Riley gets the penalty for a trip. Who was it on? Who was it on? Suzuki, I think. Yeah, it was Suzuki. He missed the puck. Suzuki tried to take it away, and he got a stick caught between his legs, Suzuki's legs, and Suzuki goes down, and it's a penalty. So just like the last penalty, it becomes a 4-on-4. So we got a 4-on-4 for now a minute and 10. So they had 50 seconds of power play time. Well, that's one way to get them off the power play. Just force them to take a penalty. Keeps them off the power play. They've had, what is that, their third chance, even though it's like two half penalties. Oh, nice stick. Who is that? 50. Who is? I got to learn these guys' numbers. 54 is Harris is on. That's an icing. That's why I didn't know. I'm not familiar with Harris. I know a lot of players' numbers, but he just joined the team, so I'm not really familiar with his number yet. 54 is Harris. I'll try and remember that. 54 Harris. Got it. Looks like Toronto was trying to change with the icing, so no, they get it right out. So I don't think it's going to be an issue. Montreal, Nylander got stripped. Montreal has the puck back. I would think that 4-on-4 favors Toronto because of the skill. Evans. Oh, Anderson with a beauty chance all alone in front, but just put it right off of Austin. Oh. Here comes Matthews again. See what I mean? Like he blows by the defender. Who is it? Petrie? Might have gotten a. Oh, nice save by Montembeault. Marner it was. Gave it up to Marner right in the slot. He took a shot, but Montembeault got the save. But what I was saying, Matthews is coming around the back of the net. Ooh, you trying to get an own goal, buddy? Yeah, and here you go. The Toronto fans are yelling, but I have to agree with them. I think it might have been a little hold, but Matthews doesn't get a lot of calls. Does not get a lot of calls. And it's probably because he's so big and strong, he just doesn't go down. And really, unfortunately, they really only call it when you fall. Oh, Caulfield, goal Caulfield takes the puck, backhand, forehand, snipe. What a goal. And yeah, Toronto's arguing about the calls again. Oh, look at the save on Anderson. Shalgren playing a pretty good game, but yeah. So if the ref's not going to call them on Matthews, he's taking it in his own hand and gave Peachy a pretty good check. There you go, backhand, forehand, snipe top left corner over his blocker. This kid is going to be something. So what is Caulfield's potential? I don't know. I think it's pretty darn high. That's his 18th of the year, and it's now 3-2. And what did I say? Hey, that next goal is important. We have a game again. This game is definitely not over, even though Toronto now has 28 shots to Montreal 17. And we got Anderson again. Looking. Oh, here we go. A little heated. Getting a little rough after the whistle stuff here going on. Gotta love these games. Toronto, Montreal. I was in the New Jersey pre my trial stream, I guess I'll call it, where I did one period. I was watching the first period and it was some boring hockey, I will say. It got better as the game went along. Unfortunately, I didn't do the rest of the game. I had other commitments. It did get better. There was a lot more scoring, but that first period was just so dry. Literally, there were a lot of goals. Don't get me wrong. There were a lot of goals in the first period, but except for those scoring chances, the period was as dull as you could imagine. It was obviously two teams that just were not up for the game. And Montreal just got the better of them. But these games, Montreal, Toronto, they're all on a Saturday night too. They're all up for it. Both teams they want to win. And who can blame them? Toronto wants to basically they're getting it from their fans. They want to show that they can beat this team. And Montreal's like, no, we want to upset you guys. We want to shove it in your face again. If this keeps up, if they meet, Montreal's not going to be in the playoffs, probably not for at least a few years. They start meeting more in the playoffs, I think you could get a rivalry again. Okay, so we have Gallagher. Oh, he got hooked, and that's going to be a penalty. Armia got hooked. Gallagher fed it to Armia. He would have been wide open, but yeah, he got hooked. That's a penalty, no doubt. Look at this. Oh, what a pass. And yeah, look at that. Giordano got his stick right in on the hands. Especially if you're going to get a scoring chance, that will be called every single time. And Montreal is on the power play now. I guess that goal was a power play goal. I remember they were 4-on-4, but Caulfield's goal must have been a power play goal, even though I don't think they were setting it up like a power play. It was just a forecheck and quick transition to his forehand, and he shot it in. One of Montreal's biggest problems, I think, has been trying to win that first face-off. Because when they get that first face-off, they get some sustained pressure. But when they don't, they can't seem to gain the zone. Oh, here we go. Get Caulfield again. Ooh, off the stick by, who's that, 64? get to look. Was it 64? Yeah, it is 64. 64. Camp. Right there. Yeah, it was Camp who deflected it out of play. Caulfield wouldn't have, as I said, wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great if Matthews gets a Hattie and Caulfield gets a Hattie? Wouldn't Suzuki with it? They're setting it up. Caulfield, Hoffman, Suzuki down low. Oh, Dvorak to Caulfield. Hoffman takes a shot, but it deflect or it got blocked and back down the ice. Oh, and the end of the period. All right. It's been an entertaining game. Toronto, especially in that first period, Toronto really outplayed them. Second has been a little bit more even. Um, and we have Toronto leading three games, 3-2. I'm thinking playoffs again. Toronto leading 3-2. Yeah, back in last year's playoffs. So yeah, Toronto's leading 3-2. They definitely had the edge in the first period. The second period was more even. I think the shots will show that. And we're down to another nail biter between these two teams, if you can believe it. I mean, Montreal this year, for some reason, can get up for these games and make a game of it. Although I must admit, last game Toronto should have won. They should have won the last game. It was 4-2 Montreal with an empty netter, I believe. It was 3-2 most of or the last half of the game. Not the last half, sorry. But it was 3-2. It was a close game, and it was only close because Jake Allen, with facing over 50 shots, just stymied the Leafs. The Leafs were definitely the better team that game. All right, so anything? All right, so we're gonna have to close the chat down, or not the chat, the poll. We're gonna have to end the poll. Nobody responded. Well, instead of okay, so yeah, so my guess is yes, Matthews will score a hat trick. So what can we do for the third period? Let's have another poll for the third period. How about will it go into overtime? Will the game go to overtime? And there we go. I don't know the way it's going. I mean, I could see it going either way. I mean, you could see Toronto getting up for that third period, saying we are not losing to Montreal again this time. Come out on fire, get a couple goals, put it away. I could see that. I could also see them come out. Montreal finds a way, like they have lately, gets the game tied somewhere along the lines, and it does go into overtime. So I think it's either going to go one of those two ways. It's going to go Toronto's going to come out, they're going to get a couple goals, and it's over. Or it's going to be they come out, maybe they come out for the first 6 or 7 minutes. They get some shots, but they don't get a goal. And then later in the period, Montreal finds a way to tie it, and then it goes to overtime. Which way should I go? I mean, as a Montreal fan, I want them to win. I'm hoping for overtime. Hoping for overtime because that'll be exciting. My first stream and to go into overtime. Wouldn't that be great? All right, so you know what? I'm a little dry again. So I am going to take a break. If you don't see me here, don't worry. I'm just taking a break. It's intermission time. You get a little dry doing these, talking for 50 minutes, so I will take a few minutes, quench my thirst, and then come back. Probably can't hear me. Okay, I'm back. If you were wondering what I'm wetting my whistle with, it's if you think it's some kind of adult beverage, not quite. It's just seltzer water. It's a great refresher. Certainly wets the whistle. My God. uh, I shouldn't use language like that, I guess. But what I'm saying is, hats off to people who do this because this is a challenge. To sit here and talk for almost 3 hours, it's a challenge. Look, we got some. We got a response. Actually, somebody responded in my poll. Will the game go to overtime? We got one vote. One vote no. As a Habs fan, I'm voting. I'm hoping yes. I guess I'll throw my vote in there. Um, but if anyone else wants to join in the poll, that'd be great. I'd love to have more participants. The other two polls. Will Jake Allen face 50 shots plus shots tonight? Well, that was a moot point because he got injured in the first period, and now it's Montembeault in nets. And I guess the question could be put: will the Leafs get 50 shots? I believe they have almost 30 now. May not. I mean, they'd have to have a really good period to get there, which they may have. But I just get the feeling that that's not going to happen. And then will Austin Matthews score a hat trick? Nobody responded to that poll either. Um, I think yes. I think yes, he does. I think he's been all over the puck tonight. That line has been dynamic. I mean, every time they're out on the ice, they're creating, they're getting their chances. I just think it's just gonna. It's he's just doing it Time after time after time, it's going to happen. Maybe it happens. Maybe they get to overtime. Maybe it happens in overtime. He gets the OT winner and he gets the hat trick. And oh, wouldn't the Leafs fans be so happy about that? Okay, so now that we're in intermission, I got to say, welcome to Watch Habs Hockey in Rob's Crazy House. Um, we're in the second period intermission. Toronto is leading 3-2. Vastly outplayed Montreal in that first period. Wasn't even close. As I said, the Matthews Marner line has been absolutely on fire. Matthews got both goals in that first period. Totally dominated. And then we go to the second period, which was a little more even. I'd say Toronto had a little bit more pressure at the beginning of the period. Then Montreal took the penalty. But then Toronto took a penalty right after that, and it ended up being 4-on-4. But in the back half of that, when Montreal got their little 40-second penalty, they were able to create some pressure down in Toronto's zone. And from that pressure, it was about a minute plus in their zone. Suzuki passed it out and Edmondson banged it home. And then it was 2-1. But then Tavares on a great spinorama shot made it 3-1. And then on the we've got in Montreal, I remember this one, Romanov doing a cross check in the corner, and then Suzuki gets tripped. And you got another 4-on-4 action. I believe after the penalty expired, they were forechecking. Puck comes out to Caulfield, goes backhand to forehand from about between the hash marks on the top of the circle on the right, and snipes it home above the blocker. Great shot. And that's where we sit, 3-2. And Montreal still has some time left on the power play. I believe it's probably less than a minute. I suppose I could check. That's not that important. They have some time left at the beginning of the third period. They will be on the power play, but the amazing stat that I saw is that when penalties go from, the idea is that if you get a penalty and it breaches from one period to another, that because you have the fresh ice, it's an advantage. But the stats don't show that. When you have a penalty that goes from one period to another, you have a far less percentage of conversions on those penalties than just one that's in the middle of a period. So that old wives' tale, I guess you would call it, that you want that penalty to go from one period to another because you get that fresh ice at the beginning of the period, just doesn't seem to pan out. Oh, what's this? They're showing oh, you know what this is? This is the 1993 playoff. Gretzky. I don't know which. This was the chance for Montreal and Toronto to play each other in the Stanley Cup final, and it didn't happen. Wendell Clark scoring. I don't know which game this is. But yeah, I remember that year. They lost badly in Game 7. I remember that. Toronto did. But I remember that year because I was so rooting for a Montreal-Toronto final that year. 1993. It ended up being Los Angeles playing Montreal in the final. I mean, what it would mean, Montreal and Toronto just haven't faced each other hardly ever. Last year was probably the first time in such a long time that they even faced each other in the playoffs. That no wonder you don't have a rivalry going on between these two teams. They just never. The only way you can get a rivalry is to face each other in the playoffs. See, Montreal and Ottawa right now, there's a little bit of bad blood. And that's because, back in, for the latter part of the last 20 years, they have faced each other a few times in the playoffs. And there's been some bad blood in those playoffs between the two. See, even Montreal and Boston's is not the rivalry it used to be. And it's because Montreal and Boston haven't faced each other in the playoffs. I believe was the last time 2011. I'd have to. I won't look it up, but I believe unless was there another time? Oh yeah, there was. I believe 2014 they beat them in the playoffs, but they haven't faced each other since. And just kind of like the rivalry slipped away. Unlike like because they faced each other so often that the rivalry was just electrifying. Like you get so up for those games, as I recall, and they were always tough games back, 20, 30 years ago when they would almost it was almost a given that they would face each other in the playoffs. Oh yeah. Then that makes a good question. What is the best rivalry in hockey today? So Edmonton Calgary's, I must admit, has been pretty good. It has been a joy watching those games. They get up for each other. Maybe the best in modern days. I don't know. We'll get to see in the playoffs this year because it looks like Edmonton and Calgary are getting close to making it in. Let me take a quick look at the standings as we're looking at them right now. I believe that's the case. Yes, we have Calgary on top and Edmonton in second in the Pacific Division, and then LA Kings after that. Yes. One thing? Let's talk about the playoffs. I was just looking at the standings. You have Colorado with 108 points. They're in the playoffs right now. You have Florida with 108 points. They're in the playoffs, right? They have maybe 10 games left. They have a chance to they'll probably 120 plus points for both teams, I'm guessing. The teams at the bottom that are going to make it in, the 8th place teams, they're going to be in the mid 90s. So I was thinking about this. The best teams are, 120 plus. The worst teams are going to be like 95-ish. That's a separation of like 25 points. That's like 12 games different over an 82 game season. 12 more wins, basically, for the top teams from the bottom teams. Isn't it any wonder why you have President's Trophy winner after President's Trophy winner not making it to the Stanley Cup final? It's not a surprise. And the reason is because maybe you have an injury, a goaltender injury, or a player like Matthews going down, and you have a few bad games without him, or you just have a few bad games in general. What makes the difference between somebody having a 108-point season like Florida and Colorado, and someone like the Leafs having a 100-point season, 110-point season, somewhere in that range? It's just the difference of a few games here and there. You win, and so, like, for example, the Leafs, 2 games against Montreal, they lose, right? Maybe they should have, especially that last one. Maybe they should have won. They just, Montreal, Allen made a lot of good saves, and they just, didn't hit the spots they were looking for. So to say any team can beat any other team in the play. Like you just look and say, "Oh, the eighth place team can't beat the first place team." No, it can happen. Anybody can win. This is why the President's Trophy winner hardly ever wins the cup, because all those teams have the ability to win a cup. They're all that good. And now we're back. Montreal on the power play. And coming in about 30 seconds left. Suzuki, tried to undress. Didn't see who it was. He almost was able to pull that back across the grain of the guy. That would have been a good goal. Here comes Hoffman. We got 13 seconds left. Petrie. Who's that? Jake Evans. No, he lost it. He's no Cole Caulfield, let's face it. And the penalty is over. Toronto back to full strength. Now we got Evans coming up. He'll cover. Yep. That was all right. Shalgren saw that Evans was rushing in and just covered the puck and whistle. 3-2 Toronto, 18:36 left. The shots are 28-20. As I said, Montreal had a much better period. It was pretty even, I would say. Pretty even second period. And Toronto, although led 2-0 after one, wasn't able to put it away, even though they had such a great first period. You wonder if that's going to come back to bite them. Petrie. Takes Evans gets the turnover, puts it back in, but I think he wants to change. Ooh. Anderson just drops the stick and just hits the guy. Maybe he broke it, I don't know. Montembeault going fishing a little bit. Decides to I'm going to get involved in the offense and start playing the puck. Instead of giving it to one of his players, shot it off the boards. I don't know. If you're backup goaltender, do you really want to go out and make a statement? I'm going to be going after the puck. Oh, here we go. Kerfoot. Oh, man. He just waited too long. Puck's still there, though. Well, that was strange. The puck wasn't close to anybody. Nobody knew where it was. How did that happen? Okay, so what happened? So there's the puck. Oh. They blow the whistle? Yeah, the puck went all the way to the other side, was completely free, and they blew the whistle because they didn't know where the puck was. That was strange. All right, who do we got here? Armia's coming down, Gallagher, and Dvorak. And Toronto. It's strange because look at him back up. I don't know if that. Ooh, Nylander almost put it in. I was going to say the defender. Who is that? Savard. That's surprising. Was it Savard? Ooh, nothing. Oh, here comes Gallagher. Oh, Romanov's struggling to get to the bench. That's not good. Must have taken the puck up high, is my guess. Ooh, Simmons on the ice now. I haven't heard much from that. Ooh, well, that almost went in. Marner with it now. Marner and Matthews. Yeah, electrifying as they are. They're putting some pressure on. Marner almost had that goal. Pitlick trying to get it into the zone, but having trouble getting by the D. Edmondson with the puck. Down to Pitlick. To Suzuki. Petrie, Edmondson, Caulfield now? No. Morgan Riley's going to have none of that. And then he gets the puck and gets it out, and now they're going for a change. That was a good job by the Toronto D. Just not a Montreal trying to make a play out of it, and they just were having none of it. Anderson coming in the zone right now. Jake Evans now with it. They're still in the zone. They've been putting some pressure on. Ooh, Weidman tried to. Oh, they keep it in. Oh, no, now Toronto has it. Toronto has it in the zone now, working it below the line. Oh, yeah. Off the head of Blackwell. He almost tries to head it into. Ooh, here comes Anderson. Oh, good try. Look at that. Tried to slip it between the legs, but Shalgren wasn't having any of it. So what I will do, I'm going to say we'll say 5 minutes. With 5 minutes to go, I'm going to close the poll. Because then it should be obvious if it's going to, by that time, if it's not obvious it's going to overtime, then it's just at some point, I can't let it go right to the end. Because then, with 1 minute left, you're going to hear 20 seconds left, you're going to know if it's going to overtime. So Montreal's fourth line is out there. And with Tavares against Tavares' line. It's been a lot of different, there's been no matching line versus line, I would say. There's been a lot of second versus fourth, first versus third. I think it shows that Montreal just wants to see what their players can do, and they're not really concerned about line matching. And Toronto's okay with that. They want to see what their players can do against less quality players. Ooh, good play. What's that, Ev? No, Gallagher. Puts it down. That's icing, though. Gallagher gets a strip, but puts it down the ice for icing. Whew. So we're getting pretty exciting. 13:53 left. 3-2 Toronto. Watch Habs Hockey and Rob's Crazy House. Sorry, I don't have the feed. I'm just a lowly hockey fan. Oh, Gallagher coming in on a break. Oh, what a save. Good chance for Gallagher. Oh, I haven't seen speed from Gallagher like that in a long time. Oh, Marner with an opportunity right in the slot on a one-timer. Very good. Ooh, this is getting exciting. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen speed from, I was going to say, Gallagher, I haven't seen that kind of speed from him in a long time. He must be feeling quite a bit better. Here comes Suzuki in with it. But being shadowed pretty good by who's 44, Riley. Pitlick to Suzuki, but he couldn't get the shot away. Oh, Suzuki giving a little stiff arm there to. I didn't catch who it was. Oh, good to see Romanov back out there. Here's Riley again from the point. And Toronto putting the pressure on now. Spezza back to the corner, back to the point. Little floater going in there. Anybody's puck. Wrist shot from the point is not going to beat Montembeau. Yeah, funny little bounce, but they're tired. They need to go off. That's the problem, right? You spend a good time in the zone, and then they bring it back down, and then you're stuck in your zone, and you're not. You need a change. That's no, that's not a penalty. Engvall with it coming through. Ooh, but he shot it right in the breadbasket. So let's see this play by Gallagher as he comes in. He's on a break. No, it was the stick. Shalgren's stick kept it. Made the save. Okay, commercial break. Watch Habs hockey in Rob's Crazy House. No feed for the hockey game, so you got to provide your own feed. But hopefully, talk some hockey. Get some comments in the chat is what I'm working towards. Or if nobody ever watches, at least it's a way for me to talk hockey with a because in my family I don't really get a chance to talk hockey with anybody. So we still have this poll open. Will the game go to overtime? We have one respondent, and he says no, or she. You never know. It could be. It could be a he or she. There are hockey fans. Some hockey fans all over. Hockey fans all over the United States, all over Canada. Oh, getting a little parched again. I'm gonna have to take a break. Just 1 second. Oh. Yeah, just hard to talk that long. This is the first stream I've done, full stream for a full hockey game. Talking hockey while watching a game. My stream is ESPN Plus. You can use whatever stream you want. If you're in the US, I definitely recommend that one because you can watch pretty much every game for your team where no matter where you are. I'm originally from Canada. Definitely not a lot of Montreal games being shown locally, so this was a godsend for me. And we're back. Another icing. Yep. 11:30 left. Shots are 33 for Toronto, 22 for Montreal, and a 3-2 lead. As I said, we have a poll. Will the game go to overtime? That will end with 5 minutes left. Toronto cycling the puck again. You got Matthews out there again. So they're going to put the pressure on. I'll get Edmondson intercepting the puck down low. Can they get it out? Yeah. Here comes Evans. Nothing. They didn't get any zone time. Well, they got some zone time, but they weren't able to generate sustained zone time. Let's see who's out there now. It looks like Dvorak, Gallagher, Mikhailov at the glove by Montebo. So if they're going to tie this game, they've got to get some offensive pressure going. And I think the Leafs are doing a good job blocking them out. I think maybe they're giving up some offense to make sure that they're sound defensively because they're not giving Montreal much. Maybe just waiting for their opportunity. Kind of playing like the way Tampa Bay does, just be sound defensively. Just wait for your opportunities. Oh, that was a hold. Not caught by the referee, but he definitely had his hand on it. Oh, that was a good chance by Toronto. You got Kerfoot, Riley coming in, but he missed it. Romanov with it now. Now Montreal under control and going out. Armia chasing it down. Oh, good forecheck by Armia so far. Trying to fish the puck out, though. Haven't been able to do it yet. Dauphin trying to get the puck. No. Engvall on Weidman in Montreal zone, and now Montreal picks it up, and they're heading out. Here comes Pitlick. Where is Tyler Pitlick? No, nothing doing again. I said, I think Toronto. Ooh. Oh, Montreal's going to get a penalty for a hook here, I believe. As a trip. Blackwell was driving the net and got tripped up. Yeah, I'm not sure that's a trip. He got bumped more than anything. Oh, well, it is what it is, right? The referee was on the far side and probably couldn't see what was going on. I mean, you got to think. These games are hard enough to call at full speed. When you can slow it down and take a look, it just makes it so much easier. But at full speed and he's not in the correct position to see if it was an actual trip or not, I'll give that to him. If you don't call a trip, he had his stick around him and it could have been called a holding or hooking. He had his stick across his body. I mean, he had several opportunities to call a penalty there. So the fact that the referee missed the fact that it wasn't a trip, I mean, you had options. He could have called it whatever he wanted. And we're in commercial break and waiting for Toronto power play. I mean, how many opportunities are you going to give them? They've had 3, although 2 of them were abbreviated. And they did say it was the number 1 power play in the NHL. I mean, how many opportunities before they bury it? I guess if you're Montreal, you're hoping that Toronto takes a penalty again. Okay, here we are. We're back. Yeah, they're talking about how both teams had way too many men on the ice as the puck was going by. Oh, stop arguing, Gallagher. I like the guy, but you know what? He missed one, he missed the other. That rubs out. Tyler Pitlick going to the box. If it wasn't Tyler Pitlick, then who isn't in this game? I mean, I think I saw Pizzetta. I don't know. My list is, I might as well burn it. It's totally wrong. Here they go again. Are they going to capitalize this time? Will it be Matthews? Will Marner coming in, takes a shot blocked. Oh, then he gets slashed on the hand. No call there. Oh, it is going to be called. Yep. Now it's a 5-on-3 for 1:44. Suzuki's going to the box. Right there. Yeah. I saw that. He slashed him in the hands, and I thought they aren't going to call it. Now Toronto doesn't have anything to complain about there, getting the calls. Wow. 1:44, a 5-on-3 against the number 1 power play in the NHL. Good luck, guys. So if you answered no in the poll, will this game go to overtime? It's looking like a pretty good bet right now that this game won't go to overtime. Unless by some miracle Montreal can miraculously stop this electrifying power play. Yeah, Marner's got it now. Matthews is on the ice. They just changed out for Matthews for him to come on the ice. Riley to Matthews, back to Riley to Nylander. Matthews with the one-timer parked on the side. Great chance. He missed. He hit the side of the net. I mean, so many options. So many options. Matthews again with it to Nylander. Off the post. Nylander. Can he shoot the puck or what? Matthews again. Oh, stick by Romanov. But they still have it. Marner. Oh, it just got deflected a little bit. Oh, Montreal gets it out of the zone. So they fire it on net. Montembeault makes a save, and Evans clears the puck. 30 seconds left on the 5-on-3. The one post. Nylander again. Riley has it. Matthews. Nylander. Riley. They just keep passing it. Oh, Matthews fans on it. If you can believe that. Marner. I mean, I can just. Montembeault saves off Riley. They still have it. The first one's over. 15 seconds left. We got 5-on-4 now. Oh, Riley fanned on it. They still have it. 5 seconds left. Matthews' shot is blocked by Edmondson. Good block, Edmondson. Oh my goodness, they killed it off. Can you believe it? 144 of a 5-on-3, and they kill it. Wow. I am stunned. I thought this game was over. You get the number one power play, 5-on-3 with a minute 44. Yeah, as I'm saying it, Toronto's putting more pressure on. They can't score 5-on-3. They're going to try and score 5-on-5. 37 shots. They still have it. I mean, Montreal just can't get out of their own zone. Block there from the point. Oh, block again. Keep on it. They keep retrieving the puck. Oh, Montembeault covers on a little trickler. Whew. Wow. Hey, what did I say at the beginning? Toronto puts a lot of pressure on. They don't score. Mark that one down. That one off the post. Okay, we're in commercial break again. Yeah. As you could see, I am stunned. A minute 44 and Toronto doesn't score. I mean, shades of last year's playoffs or what? This is, I mean, unbelievable. I thought that my poll is still open. Will this go into overtime? Wasn't looking good a minute 44 ago, a couple minutes ago. With a minute 44 on a 5-on-3, I thought, yeah, that's pretty much over. No goal on the 5-on-3. And my poll as to will this go into overtime is still hanging strong. Whew. If you're a Leafs fan, you got to be saying, what does it take to beat them? What does it take? It takes Matthews scoring 3 goals. That's what it takes. That's what's going to beat them. I'm still thinking he's going to score that third. I don't know. I just have this feeling. Just it is tiring doing these things. Got to get into shape. Got to get into shape. Get into doing this for 3 hours. You can do it. Got to get a lot more practice in this. Gotta love that Caulfield smile. It shows it. You got to see this woman's reaction when Caulfield like goes up to the glass and like gives it to the Toronto fans, and she's like, "What is going on? What's he doing? What's he doing? Why am I being singled out?" It was funny. Caulfield. The best one though was when he scores that goal in Montreal and he goes right in front of the Toronto fan who's in Montreal. Gives him the "That's how you do it." Back in Montreal's zone, where it's been the majority of the period. 39 shots for Toronto now to Montreal's 22. Another game where they're grossly out shooting Montreal, but the game is still close. Oh, well, we're at 5 minutes, and like I said, I will end the poll at 5 minutes. So let's see if that one person who answered the poll is right. Does the game not go into overtime? Romanov a shot up high, but Shalgren with the save. Montreal putting the pressure on now. Getting to feel that maybe it's time to start trying to get some offense. We've been playing defense the whole game. Might be time to start turning on the offense since we only have 4 minutes and a little bit left. Now the question is, tried the high tip, but it was a little too close to his skates. He couldn't get the contact, and he had a Toronto player on him. You got the Armia out there. Oh yeah, this is the Suzuki and Caulfield line with Armia, which they changed mid-game. Oh, who's that? Matthews coming in. Oh, he just got a piece. That's icing. Oh, Matthews almost scores his third. Can you? Oh, I just. Oh yeah, this one right off the shoulder of Shalgren. It's a pretty decent shot. Look at this, Matthews comes in. Oh, right off the same kind of shot actually as Romanov, just faster and more dangerous. I think this kid's going to be good. This Matthews guy, expect some great things from him. Oh, no, he didn't get a penalty for it. That was a really late check there. Caulfield was checked after he clearly had gotten rid of the puck. But was it a check or was it a rub? I mean, yeah, it's a close call. I'm not going to sit here and yell for a call. I don't like doing that. Unless it's egregious. Like, I let the refs call the game. Ooh. Hoffman with it. Oh, yeah, something. I don't know what's going on with Hoffman. Oh, that was definitely a high stick. No call. Oh, it is a call. Yeah, he got the stick up on who is it, Romanov? Montreal's going to get a power play as they pull the goalie and start to set up. Oh, it's 2:20. Hey, you might as well take the 20 seconds, but if it doesn't work out, give him the puck. Yeah, now's the time. You probably. 2 minutes left now. Give it to them. Yeah. You want the full power play. You don't want a 6-on-5. You want a 5-on-4. And then if you get down close enough, you get a 6-on-4. Perfect. Actually, that was good. 2 seconds, but you know what? Basically the full 2 minutes. What a hit. Oh. Oh, no, that was on Evans. Engvall on Evans. Engvall's getting the penalty for high sticking. Got to control your stick. got to control hit. It wasn't dangerous. Like, I mean, just hit him in the side of the head, but it's definitely a penalty. Timeout now, Montreal. Here we go. 3-2 Toronto. Montreal with a power play. Do you pull the goalie now, or do you wait maybe 30 seconds and then pull the goalie? That's the question. I say, I was always of the impression you were much better off on a 6-on-4 than you were on a 5-on-4. So you would just pull the goalie. Why not? You have two more players. You just get much better opportunities that way. But I think in this case, Toronto's so good with their sticks that you might want to wait 30 seconds, see if you can get a goal, and then pull the goalie. Because Toronto, I mean, one thing you'd hate is you'd hate for Toronto to win the draw and just get it down the ice and flukily get it into the net. And then doesn't matter about the power play. Give it 30 seconds. You got some good snipers there. Or one sniper. Well, you have Hoffman and Caulfield. I assume Hoffman's on this power play. I didn't see him yet. No, it's Gallagher, Dvorak, and Suzuki. Haha, see what I say? What did I say? What if they're good with their sticks? What if they get the puck and put it in the net? They didn't pull the goalie. It was close to it might have went in and had the net been empty. So that was a good choice. Now let's see if you can get set up. Oh no. I mean this is the thing. They're just so good with their sticks. Okay, I think now you're gonna have to pull. They Okay, you got Suzuki with it. Look at them. Three of them loaded up on the corner there. Montembeau's off. Here we go. We got a 6-on-4 going now. To Caulfield. Hoffman one-timer, but yeah, I don't know why. Hoffman's been putting it in the breadbasket. It's just not happening for him. I don't know why. He's just they're saying you hear the announcer saying, "Yeah, that's his office. That's his sweet spot." But when you throw it right in the breadbasket, it's not helping. And that's not Hoffman. Hoffman, is much better at picking the corners. All right, what do we have? 40 seconds left. Here comes Caulfield. Last chance, basically. Hoffman, pulling off some moves there. Dvorak puts it back. Suzuki. Hoffman to Suzuki. Pitlick to Suzuki to Hoffman. To Suzuki. Oh, 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Wide. That's it. Game over. Hoffman took the last shot and he shot it wide. Toronto wins 3-2. I was hoping my first stream would result in overtime. It would have been awesome. It didn't. But a good game nonetheless. Good on Toronto. Good on Montreal. Still in the hunt for the last place. I'm sure Toronto feels good about it after. That close, right? Oh, well, you can't play a third of the game and hope to win. That's basically what Montreal did. First period was all Toronto. Second period was more even, so Montreal did play that period. The first half of the third period was all Toronto, the first 15 minutes, and then Montreal was coming on at the end. It was close, let me tell you. Like, they almost were able to get this thing tied, but as I said, you can't just expect to play one period out of 3 and expect to win a game. Well, so looks like we're at the end of a stream. Again, Toronto wins 3-2. You're watch Habs hockey in Rob's crazy house. We had a great game. Um, I am I will say that for the last how many do we have? I think we have 3 more Saturdays. I am going to try and do these streams every Saturday. And I want to I can't say I can guarantee it. Next weekend, I think I'll be able to do it. But during the week, I'll just have to see because I have family commitments. I can't always do the games. I will try and do as many as I can before the end of the season to get a lot of practice in. But if you did tune in, thank you so much for viewing with me. Thank you, Slinksy YT. Thank you, Slinksy YT, for giving me a chat question. And thanks to those who responded to the polls. Um, very much appreciated. I hope you tune in again. Um, I hope I get more people on this stream. But if not, it was one hell of a ride. Well, I shouldn't say that. It sounds like I'm not doing these anymore. We are closing in on the end of the season. Montreal has 10 games left. Right, this is game 72. 10 more games. I at least have 3 more Saturdays. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure I do the Saturdays, and maybe a couple more games, 2 or 3 more games outside of that. So please tune in. Please tune in. I'm not going to tell you to click like, and I'm not going to tell you to click subscribe. But if you like these things, you know what to do. And I'll see you next time. Adios.